Hey everybody, I want you to take a look at this graphic right here from this binary star system, okay? Let me step out of the way here. I know my studio's a little crude, it's a little rude, it's a little low tech. That's all right. We're doing the best we can on a no budget, thanks to the elite who keep 100% of my approximately 7 billion views revenue with no revenue in my pocket and no help from the algorithm, but I brought websites 7 billion people and they keep all the money. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. We'll make sure we let everybody know. This binary star that is entering has a barycenter. This barycenter causes what is called a solar minimum and a solar maximum. And there's other guys that talk about this stuff in nauseam to the point where you can't even listen to it. And this is the reason why nobody knows about the Poleshift, because these guys dribble and they talk to you in ways that you can't even understand. They're not going to tell you that that's a date and 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 that's a date, and that each week our pole is moving so much they can't even put a actual place where our pole is, because there's not an actual pole right now. It's being affected so wildly by this binary star system. Now, if I can go ahead and show you a crude graphic, because I am in a no-tech studio, not low-tech, no-tech. Here's kind of the way it works. As our binary star comes into Earth, our sun retracts. As it leaves, our sun comes back. There's a barycenter that causes a rotational, this is what causes the orbit, is this rotational barycenter among these suns. Shoots it way out and way back in. It's like a slingshot. That's what this barycenter does. It's causing this wild wobble on the top of our planet because of the massive size of these planets that are incoming. Now, they don't want to talk about it and they don't want to tell you what's going on. But right now, there's a massive layer of fog across the California plains where there used to be an ancient desert. This area has sunk by 2 feet. Now, why is that not on the news? Not one word about Seattle being virtually underwater is being heard out here in South Dakota. So they're taking news from being global to being regional. You hear about your news that's in your region only. They're not going to tell you about what's going on in Thailand. They're not going to tell you about what's going on in China. They're not going to tell you about what's going on in Brazil or Antarctica or all these other places that are having these climactic disasters as a result of this binary star basically replacing our sun with a star that is kicking out up to 50,000 times more ultraviolet rays than our sun. It's not even the same type of a sun. This sun, scientists that have all been paid off, 1,200 of them, say deals only in death. It's kicking out 50,000 UV, making rivers red. This is not because of iron. This is not because of rust. This is because of ultraviolet rays. All scientists know this. They're all chilling at their house, eating their Rice Krispies that they got paid for by getting paid off and lying to you. This planet, this binary star that everybody's seeing in the sky, is bringing quite a few other planets and moons with it. And they're telling you, oh, we got an extra moon we didn't know about. Shut up. They were discovering Pluto and stuff way out there back in the day of of Copernicus, and you guys can't see a second moon? Wow, I'm starting to lose faith in NASA over there. You guys can't see a second moon we've had. So no, it's a passing object that belongs in this mini cluster, this mini solar system that is written about by the Sumerians in quite great detail. And somebody deciphered it. They already know about it all. You know, all of these planets got different names. You're hearing people call them different things. You know, these guys called them this and these guys called them that. And you call them whatever you want. They're a planet that is coming by causing great effect on ours. That's what I call them. A big problem. Does it matter if that name and that name is the name that you use or that they use or that he heard or this or that one graphic shows the North Pole going off in a direction that doesn't exactly hit some observer's checkpoint, and they're going to give me a butt chewing in the comments? Not every piece of information here do I have is exactly 100% accurate to the detail of what is known by every single human being on earth. And I apologize that I don't know everything that I know and everything that you know. How dare me put out some facts without checking with you expressly first? What am I, some sort of an idiot that I didn't contact the great and mighty you? I don't have all your information. I don't know you. Do you roll with me? Are you handing me cash? Then shut up. Thank you. So on July 4th, the stars moved, and here's another graphic of this wobble on top of Earth because of this massive planet causing us to be like a drunken sailor, which is the reason we're having these wild and crazy weather swings. Because according to a Mexican scientist, which I will try to put a graphic of up right now, this binary star causes, the outermost planet of this binary star, Nibiru, which causes the pole shift. The binary star that you're filming in the sky does not cause the pole shift. It's too far away. It's the outermost planet, Nibiru. The binary star is named Nemesis. The planet that causes the pole shift of Earth is called Nibiru. Now, even the people from Nibiru that were here that knew that their planet was coming by fled when this thing was coming by, leaving us all to die because they knew there was no saving themselves. They went back to their home planet and left us here. They said, screw those guys. They're on their own. So even they bailed. So what does that tell you about pole shifts? They're no cakewalk. There's quite a lot of evidence that this area is starting to fracture. This area right here has dropped by 2 feet, but yet they don't want to mention to you that California has dropped by 2 feet. There's a very good chance it could just slide right into the ocean. Like, whaka! You don't think with all that water you're getting and with you going down by 2 feet that this is your future? Who drew these maps? First fracture, second fracture. I never heard of this fracture. We already heard about this fraction. We already heard that weird things are going on in this area. But who's drawing these maps? They all sure look similar. And guess what? They all got your butt in a sling. Saturn is changing. They're admitting that the rings are disappearing. That is correct. If the rings of Saturn have stopped and are now falling like Sodom and Gomorrah because of the fact that this thing's orbit was stopped dead in its tracks by a passing planet and it caused this to occur, what the heck do you think's about to happen to us? This was caused by planet Nibiru stopping this planet in its tracks, making this ring stop rotating. Pole shift alert, bringing you the truth for free.